Alright, so in this lecture I'd like to talk to you about calories. So first let's start with what a calorie is. Calorie is the amount of heat needed to convert 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius. So needed to convert that 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius. And really what I'd like to focus on in regards to calories is, if I give you a certain amount of water and a certain degree in temperature, how much or how many calories would you need to convert that amount of water by that number of degrees? So, let's start with the overall equation. The equation for the number of calories is number of grams of water times difference of temperatures. Okay. So, if for instance I have 3 grams of water, which I'd like to raise by 5 degrees Celsius, then all I need to do is plug those values in. So that's going to be 3 times 5. 3 representing the grams of water, 5 representing the difference in temperature, and that's going to give me a total of 15 calories. Additionally, let's say that instead of telling you that I wanted it to be raised by 5 degrees Celsius, let's say that I told you it's raised from 22 degrees Celsius to 26 degrees Celsius. Okay. And let's say that it's 4 grams of water. So now what I'm going to do is I'm still going to set it up exactly in the same manner. I'm going to do number of calories equals 4 grams times, and I'm going to multiply by 26 minus 22. So 26 minus 22, it's going to give me the number of calories is equal to 4 times, and then 26 minus 22 is also 4, which means my total number of calories would be equal to 16. The final example, let's say that I instead don't give you this information. Instead, let's say that I tell you that I use a total of 8 calories to raise a certain amount of water by 2 degrees Celsius. The question I could then ask you is, how many grams of water do I have? And to do this, it's going to be very similar to what we did before, except now we're going to kind of work backwards. We're going to divide both sides by 2, because I'm multiplying by 2 here, and I know to solve for this value, x, or y, or whatever I'd like to call it y since I have the times symbol there, I need to get rid of this 2. So I simply take 8 calories, divide by 2, and that's going to give me 4 grams equal to y. So in that case, I would have 4 grams of water that I raised by 2 degrees Celsius, and I used 8 calories to do that. Okay. So, really, the big thing here is, let me write this out so that everybody can see. The number of calories equals the grams of water times the final temperature minus the initial temperature. Okay? So if I take my final temperature, subtract my initial temperature from it, get whatever the difference is there, and I multiply that by grams, that will give me the number of calories. So that is calorie calculations.